ThulareMoraseng for Tielo. I'm inspired by indigenous cultures. You know, as a South African designers, I've always had a keen interest in indigenous cultures and in indigenous forms of dress. So that is really primarily my key inspiration. And what I generally do is to take indigenous, inspired dress forms, and I translate those into a very contemporary 21st century way. And really, based upon my experience, having lived in Africa, having lived in America, having lived in Europe, I fuse, all those influences and really to bring something, new and something different and something very 21st century. Fashion for me is really everything that exists in nature. I'm inspired, really, everything that exists in nature, from trees to flowers, to people, to animals, and in translating, all of those different influences, in the sense that I believe that fashion is an integral part of who we are, as a people. And we reinterpret that in terms of how we dress. And therefore, for me, fashion exists in nature, and I draw inspiration from all things natural. As it presents me with an opportunity to enter a market that I have been wanting to enter in the US and in Europe. And so this really forms part of my business strategy as a designer and in growing my brand internationally. So it's a perfect collaboration, perfect time, and I'm very happy to be part of the designers that are being represented. Bonjour Paris!